Well, good morning. This morning our scripture is found in Malachi chapter 3, beginning in verse 8, and it goes like this. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherewithin have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings. Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house, and prove me now wherewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. You know, folks, many churches are closing. We're talking every week, because people are not paying their tithes and offering. And they may send it to a TV feller, because he's gonna send him a little book. You send me $20 and I'll send you this 50-cent book, and they drop it in there. And but yet, when it comes to where they're really being fed, and where their fellowship is, they just don't pay. If they do, it's not very much at all. So consequently, these churches are shutting down. And they come up with all kinds of excuses of why they're not paying. Yeah, they do. I just don't like the way the preacher spends our money, and this and that. Well, let me tell you something. Once you give it to the Lord, you're not giving it to the preacher, you're giving it to the Lord. And once you give it to the Lord, it's out of your hands. If he flounders the money, then it's on his head, and the Lord will take care of that. So don't you worry about that. Luke chapter 6 verse 38 tells us, give and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye mete withal, it shall be measured unto you again. So folks, you need to give your tithes and offering to where you're being fed. Where are you getting fed? It'd be no different that if you, let's say that you go to Olive Garden and you sit down and you eat, you get full, and then you go to McDonald's and pay. It makes no sense. Yet many of you do that. Many of you do. Some of you don't even pay at all. And don't say, well, I just don't have the money. You remember the story back in Luke chapter 21 about Jesus. He was sitting there in the temple and he was watching people pass through, and they was going by the offering box, and these wealthy people with these fancy robes and everything, they was just dumping in a whole bunch of money. And here's this little old widow lady, and I can just see her all humpback with her walking stick, and her clothes sort of raggedy and a little dirty. And she opens up that little old coin purse of hers and empties it out in her hand, and there's 2 mites, 2 pennies. And she goes over and she puts them in the offering box, and Jesus seen her, and he said that she gave more than anybody else, because she gave all she had. Many times that's what we need to do, is give all we have, and that way we get more blessing. You see, it's more blessed to give than receive. And I guarantee you, if you give to the Lord, to the Lord's work, yes, you will be blessed. Time and time and time again. You can't even put a number on the blessings that you receive. Well, I hope this encourages someone today. Pay your tithes and offering to where it belongs. Yes, pay it where it belongs, in wherever you worship. Pay your tithes and offerings and see the blessings come your way. May God richly bless you. I love you, but better yet, Jesus loves you. He died on the cross for us. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.